FMS mode, it works great. I'm going to add a little bit more bank angle and stability. Let's land it and go through that process. So here's the scenario, and I like to think of a lot of these videos as what problem am I trying to solve. So here I have my Durafly T28. I wanted to put a reflex gyro in it, and I tried to use the V2 version of that gyro, the orange device, and the control surfaces, I couldn't change them. Even though I changed orientation, things just didn't work out right. So the V3, though, allows me to make those changes. It allows me to make the changes. What I mean is change the direction the gyro is moving the control surfaces. So you can do that with the reflex, and that's what I'm going to go through here. The other thing is, sometimes I want to try different receivers. I've been playing with these Lemon RX 7 channels, which is nice for this type of plane because you can use that 7th channel to control the reflex. So, kind of some neat features for a $20 receiver, and actually it's been pretty good. So anyway, I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to go into the programming of this, how to set that up in a non-FMS plane. So hope you stick around. All right, let's go through the process. So this is the orientation. If you're going to use in other planes, this is the orientation of that reflex. It's going to be the same in every other plane. If you're using it in a Futura or a Ranger or something else, Cessna, the orientation might be different, and the app will tell you what is the orientation on that. So we're going to go into the app, because what we're going to show you is how would you change the orientation that the gyro is moving, let's say, the control surfaces. First time you jump in, it takes some time. Now we're here, we're going to say connect now. It finds this one. I've already used this, and I've already renamed it, but just to go through that process. If you wanted to change this plane, if we went into switch planes and scroll down to the bottom where it says other planes, you would click other plane. Shows you the orientation. If you hit synchronize data, it's going to make that change. We're not going to do that because I've already done a few things, but if you hit that synchronize, then that is set up now for the defaults of that gyro for other planes, which means you're still going to have to make changes to the direction of the servos as far as how the gyro works. So here you can see, hopefully the camera is picking this up, you can see aileron positive and negative. So as you're moving this plane in, make sure it's in that stability mode so they move quite a great distance if you want. Anyway, it's easy to tell, right? So that aileron is up, which it should be in that mode. If I look at the tail section, I'm going to lift it up. It's hard to show on the camera, but that tail section is up. If they weren't, let's say, if I moved that wingtip up and it wasn't in the right orientation, I would hit positive. Change that. So the top one's for aileron, next one's for elevator, next one is for rudder. They don't say specifically elevator and rudder. It's gyroscope lifting and lowering, positive and negative, and gyroscope direction. That's just the terminology. It's either going to be negative or positive. Test your plane. When you get it up in the air, you have some other settings that you can make changes. Oh, by the way, when you make those changes, hit synchronize. Now you are reprogramming that device. All right. I think it's a good idea, after you synchronize, unplug it, plug it back in. If you want to use this app, I shut the app down, and I will shut that app down and restart it if I'm going to do this, so I don't have any lingering errors. At least that's what I've found. These settings I go through in another video, but if you were in stability mode, which is that safe mode, self-leveling mode, you can change the bank angle, which is kind of cool. If you got a plane that you want it to be in kind of that safe mode, but you need a little bit more angle, you can make those adjustments with the slide bar. The sensitivity, optimize sensitivity. Those are kind of the gains. If you're flying and the plane is oscillating at full speed, drop those down. If it's not, you can tweak that. Maybe you want a little bit more. And then as far as this one on the bottom is for the throws. You can change the throws. If you're flying a Spectrum or some programmable radio, you're never going to touch that. If you buy the RTF, let's say Ranger, you're going to want to make changes to that because the throws are crazy. So this allows you to make some manual changes to the overall throws without messing around with the physical, servo connections and such, servo arms and whatnot. Anyway, goes through the elevator, goes through the rudder, all those kind of same settings. Make changes and hit synchronize. If you don't hit synchronize, it's not going to happen. After you hit synchronize, it's going to take you back out, and now you're going to be in this mode, and we can just get all the way out, and we are done. Again, please test the servo direction. I don't want to do another video on, destroyed airplanes and what that looks like. So please make sure that the settings and everything work properly. Anyway, good luck. If you have any questions, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.